Welcome, Aries, Taurus, to your end of the month reading for November. Welcome, everyone. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Let's see what's going on with you at the end of the month. Best message. Looking for what you are thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Is the Two of Wands, decisions. Looking out at what decision you need to make. Okay, clarifying on the Two of Wands. Not only clarifies on it, but the entire reading. Oh, right there. And movement, choices, and decisions. The same exact card. Okay, there we go. So definitely the end of the month is talking about the movement, choice, and decisions that you need to make, Aries, Taurus, for the betterment of yourself, your career, just the overall yourself. Straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, and the near future. We have the Tower. Ooh. Okay, and that's in reverse. And then we have the High Priestess in the recent past. It could have been a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, a couple of days ago. It doesn't feel like it's very far. It feels like it's only been a couple of weeks for most of you. I see the 2, and it's really hitting me that it could have been 2 or definitely 3 weeks ago. Not very long. And then you have the 3 of Pentacles over here, which is recognition and reward, really becoming recognized in the near future over here for the potential outcome. We're talking about the Tower over here. We're talking about, I just want to bring that up really fast for this because this is very important, because this is telling you to do the opposite of what you've been doing and get back on track. Okay. So that is very important, because that is one thing that the overall reading I really can see is a big issue with you, is really making sure that whatever you feel like doing, do the opposite, right? Because whatever, you don't want to keep trying to do the same thing over and over again and looking for the same outcome. It's not going to happen. Even if you change it slightly, it's not going to change it enough to change the outcome, right? That little, because it's like digging trenches, right? So it's like if I dug your trench here, right here, right? And I put one here, it's not far enough away from each other to change the outcome. You're going to dig the trench here, you want to make sure it's way over here, right? Like way far away. That way it's so indifferent from itself that you won't have the same outcome. Slight differences at this point, my friends, is not going to help the situation, right? It'd be kind of like saying, I'm saving money, but I really need to save more. Oh, I think I'm going to save $2 more. $2 is really not going to make that big of an impact. The same with like paying off a bill. I'm going to give it $2 more than the minimum payment and expect this huge outcome. It's not going to happen, right? You'd have to like put like, you know, $35 down, not $2, $3, $4, right? To make a big wedge in that, maybe even $300. You know what I mean? So I mean, it would be like trying the smallest little thing and expecting this large you know, dent in it. But you could say, well, the interest was more. The interest came back and made it almost the same amount. I mean, if you're giving it the same amount of $6 and your interest is $6, you're not going to see that big of a deal, right? Maybe like, damn it. So that would be the type of thing that I'm talking about. It's not going to dent it. So the High Priestess over here in the recent past, my friends, is saying that you're actually thinking about what's going on within this situation, really digging deep to see what it is you know, trying to draw your own knowledge from the past mistakes, from the things that were going on, and seeing what is going on and how do I fix this position. Okay. So it does look like you are trying to dig deep over here to figure this out. Yes, the toxic wasteland over here is what it really feels like. Having the realization that I think that for a lot of you knew you were digging what we call the karmic trench, right? Trying to do something, but it just wasn't enough to make an impact. There's a lot of worry. So you're thinking, it feels like in the recent past, you're thinking about all this worry. You're having the realization that this is not working. I have to figure out something else. Causing depression. So it does feel like there was depression and hardships, right? We're at the work front. Whether it was at work, in the relationship, wherever the situation was, you know it was at the front of everything. And it was. And now you have to figure out how to manage it and deal with it. And that's what you're doing in the recent past, is trying to figure out how to manage it, deal with it, and come to the conclusion, this isn't working. There has to be something else. Really digging into the intuition, saying maybe I'm blinding myself with something, and now I need to really come to the conclusion of what fallacies were I giving this. Was I veiling a certain situation? Was I making it worse than it was? Or was I just trying to work around it with karmic trenches? And really trying to dig deep over here with your intuition, right? Now twice, to get back to your blessing, get back to the things you love, get back to what you need, where your heart's desire is. How do I make this better? How do I better myself, the situation? Okay. So this, remember, says do not do what you were doing before. Do the opposite. Because no matter what, it's still at the forefront of your mind, right? Trying to fix the situation. Now you're making movement, choices, and decisions. You've come to the conclusion, I need to do something different. So making sure that you take this in a different kind of leap. You need this kind of leap of faith that's going to be different. So it might even feel a little risky. Making sure that you don't hesitate. Make sure that you get to where you need to be. Don't be fence sitting. It's not any time to be fence sitting. If you have an opportunity that you know is coming, it's time to get this application out. If you know this job is hiring, it's not time to wonder if they're going to take me or they're not going to take me, or if this is the best job. Just put out your application. Take it to the next limit. Rush out there, put that application in, and get to this position. No time to hesitate. You have to be quick and efficient right now. Now is all about timing. You have a lot of perfect timing. You see it over here, and it's saying when the perfect timing comes, start rushing. Now's the time to rush. Now the time is to be efficient. Absolutely, because you have the potential, you have the openings, and there are opportunities out there waiting for you to be efficient on. But they are time-based. If you're not quick enough, you're going to miss them. Right? And maybe that was one of the problems. I kept missing them because I was here or there, double energy, too depressed, to this, to that, right? So you have the Three of Wands. So you're saying, okay, it's time for my ships to come in, and I know it is. And if I'm timely and I'm efficient, I can actually see something happening. Because this is a good movement. It's a good choice. Absolutely. You will have opportunities to have these offerings come in because you're quick. And because you've changed your energy, my friends. Your energy is now changed, right? Because you didn't go back to any old energy. You didn't go back to karmic trenches of, I think it's going to be this way. You said, no, I'm going to completely change it. And instead of fence-sitting everything or doing this and that, I'm going to completely wipe the slate clean in its own way and be different. That's where the positivity is going to come in. The overall courageousness, the overall things that you need to get this offering. Doesn't matter if it's love. It doesn't matter if it's a job. It's whatever you're looking at. Maybe it's all in one. We have Seven of Cups. Could be all kinds. Be generous to yourself. Wow. Through being generous to yourself, it feels like this Page of Cups is very generous to you. It's almost like the universe is saying, I want you to be generous to yourself, Aries, Taurus, so that I can be generous and give back to what you need. Because I see your courage. I see your emotions intensify for the things that you actually love. giving yourself the balance that you need, giving to yourself. Look, it already feels like Aries, Aries, Taurus, you give to so many others. It just feels like somewhere around here, it kind of crapped on you, as the world does to everybody. You kind of forgot to give back to yourself. You kind of got lost, definitely lost within mental and emotional downpour. It just feels like it's raining. In the past, it was raining. It's like a rain that just doesn't stop. Now it's stopping. The sun is shining because you made it shine. That's right, because you kept going strong. And this is going to allow you to keep moving strong. Put that courageousness back to where it needs. There it is, the sun, and make the sun shine. And there it is. Where I felt the rain, here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun. Oh, yeah. And I say, it's all right. Absolutely. Wow. And it's almost like and it's kind of crazy, I always got such a creative mind as well. But I can just tell you right now, it's probably that Leo in me, right? The flowers are singing. I just see them kind of, singing the song, here comes the sun. And they're just dancing. And that's the way it's going to feel. Because you're going to feel like you finally have the opportunity where everything's really turning in your favor. Now, we've seen it, I believe, in the mid-month, that it was starting to kind of turn around. But the problem is that you were still kind of here, because this is where you are. You're having this realization that everything's kind of raining. So I do believe that here was the mid-month where you're trying your hardest. You're fighting and you're trying. And now finally, it's all coming back together. You just have to rush in. Get what is yours. And don't tell yourself it's not yours. It is yours. Why could you say it wasn't? Opportunity for everybody. So all of a sudden you're being recognized. And I'm telling you, here comes that sun. And here comes that job. Here comes that love. Here comes the situation that you're trying to get out of. Here it comes. You put yourself on a pedestal. They're noticing you. They're like, yeah, I see that you have, the qualifications to get this job. I see that you have this. I see that. Blah, blah, blah. I see you. I love you. Whatever. Maybe all in one, like I said before. However, look at that. The joy and the happiness. And there's definitely 3 people in this situation. So if it's definitely your family and your family is feeling it with you, your husband, your wife, your children, and you guys are kind of down and out, everybody's going to be celebrating. This is a time for celebration. This is the time when everybody gets happy. You want to tell your friends, I finally made it. And they're like, yes. Because they're feeling that enthusiasm with you. They want you to aspire. They want you to be happy. They want you to get what's yours. Right? All the weakness that you had is now gone and it's went into strength. All the pain and the suffering is now disappeared. Now you are the 9 of Pentacles. And if you guys are single and this had nothing to do with love, you were just lovely. But you know what it really means over here? Is that you're aspiring to be the independent person that you were before. Not feeling any of the pains. Not feeling any of the weaknesses. Not feeling any of the down and outs. Because now it's time to celebrate and forget about all those negative factors. Say goodbye to the past and say hello to the future. You have traveled in the right area and it's taken a while to get there. So of course it's time to celebrate. Absolutely. You've learned from such a hard experience, as we all do. And it might not be your first hard one. It could be the next one. For many of you, there's many. And we just have to remember, what do we learn along these journeys? We get stronger. We don't give up. We never say die. We go. And we go strong. And this is saying, look at the learning experience that you have done. Look at what you have done. And others are watching you as well. Watching you grow, watching you expand. watching you get out of the rain into the sun. And, you know, as family members, we all watch our family do this. We watch ourselves do this. So it's no different. It's just part of life. Getting away from the doubts and the depressions that we can't do anything. Getting out of the cold. Not feeling like we're, you know, neglecting ourselves. The world neglects us. Not feeling any of that anymore. Knowing that we have the offerings of the world the way we want to be offered. And now we can give back as well. So there's going to be this big feeling like I have this offering. The world gave me this. I finally did it. I got clear about the situation. And now I have more offerings. I have this offering. There's a message coming in. I'm giving a message of how my luck has changed, the Wheel of Fortune. Why does the Wheel of Fortune come in? Why is it good luck? Because you passed the test. You made the choice not to be the same. You made the choice to get strong. You fought, you fought, you fought, you win. And so it changes to the Wheel of Fortune. So by the beginning of the month, somewhere between the beginning of the month and the middle of the month of December, we will probably see this Wheel of Fortune pop back up. Because now it's going to say, look at you, Aries, Taurus. You fought hard. You have the good luck coming in. It's going to feel like you won the lottery. The lottery of fortune. The lottery of good luck. And it's going to make you reflect again in the near future for what? Knowing that you had the patience and the harmony, and it's going to allow you to heal from this. And it's not going to take too long to heal from this. Why? Because you know that this was one of those things that everybody on this planet has to do. It's called the test of life. And I win. Keep saying it. I win. What did I hear? I win? Oh, yeah, that's what you said. I win. Absolutely. Ace of Wands. You win. The more you keep saying it, the more you know it. Because it'll pump you up. Who's going to win? Aries, Taurus wins. And just keep saying it. Chant it. Say it. Make it yours. Absolutely. Create healthy boundaries with those around you as well. So if you feel like other people are holding you down, they don't want you to say, here comes the sun, do, 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 do. You tell them to get lost. Because I'm making healthy boundaries. I am giving back to myself. Don't call me a loser, because you know what? I know who I am, and I'm standing my ground. I'm the sun. I'm the strength. I'm the Nine of Pentacles. Oh. Then they're going to say, oh, really? When did you become that? As soon as I realized that I had the sun, that's when I realized it. To feel your innate sense of truth, develop open-mindedness, and keep on going strong. That's it. Okay, guys. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.